Now to the redistricting battle in Texas. State Republican lawmakers in their second special 30-day session to push for new congressional maps that could add 5 additional House seats to the GOP. Now, some state Democrats who had fled the state now signaling they could return to Texas once California Democrats make progress with their redistricting plan. Now, lawmakers are set to convene on Monday in Sacramento. Meanwhile, protests are taking place throughout the country over the fight. Joining me now for more on this is ABC's Alex Prochet. Alex, what is the state of California's redistricting plan? Also, what's the latest going on in Texas?
Well, I'll start with Texas and Governor Abbott's call for this second special session. The governor saying this week that every strategy is at play. And as you mentioned, it does appear that some of those Texas Democrats that left the state to prevent a quorum have appeared to be open to returning back to the state. But there is this call for basically a nullification across the board whenever it comes to the congressional impact there. And so with that, you're looking at what's going on in California. Governor Gavin Newsom calling for that special election on new maps. That's something that the residents of California will ultimately have to approve. But we've gotten a look at a couple of these maps, or at least according to sources close to this through our affiliate KGO out there in San Francisco. And California is targeting 5 districts here. I got to do a little bit of math with you. I mean, the margins here for them to flip districts is pretty thin. California has 52 congressional districts. 9 of them are held by Republicans, and you think about 5 of them turning over. So the margin is pretty thin there. But certainly that is one way that Democrats have at least targeted counteracting what's going on in Texas right now.
And Alex, former Republican governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's getting into the mix. He posted a picture of himself essentially pumping iron to X, formerly known as Twitter, wearing a shirt that says, "F the politicians, terminate gerrymandering." So do we have a sense of how actual voters in Texas and in California feel about this situation that seems to be dominating both state governments right now?
Well, yeah, that image is very, very on brand for the former governor in a couple of different ways. But the answer to your question is no, we don't. And I think the first real test of how residents in both California and Texas feel about this is going to be the special election in California as to whether or not redistricting happens. But really, I mean, we've heard from a slew of politicians on both sides of the aisle who have had varying opinions about this, and you know, if you were to extrapolate that to the voter base, I'd imagine it would be pretty spread out as well.
All right, Alex Prochet, thank you as always for that update.